This is Spoken by Elswith, a Femdom hypnosis podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe. Plus, visit my website for sessions too intense to be included here. Visit my Patreon to collect your free codes for sessions. Hey guys, just a quick message to give you an update and to also wish you a very happy December and looking forward to January as it comes along. Now, my long-time listeners are going to know that there is something I absolutely love about this upcoming new year. If you know what that is, you can say, I know, in the comments. And I promise, if you're right, you'll get a reward. Now, you don't have to share what it is in the comments. You just have to say, I know, and then go ahead and send me an email. You can do that through spokenbyelswith@gmail.com, or go ahead and do it through Patreon, because that is a lot faster. So, a quick update that there are going to be, or will be, depending on when I get this out, 2 new sessions on the website. The one is something that I absolutely adore. Again, people who have known me for a while know that this, it's definitely a fetish of mine. So it's fun to have that out there in time for Christmas. It's about a very special kind of present. And the other one, it is going to be similar to when you visited I don't really want to give away a spoiler, do I? For those who haven't anyway, the other one, it is kind of part of a series of something you've done before. Don't worry, I will probably try to get a newsletter out as a reminder as well to make sure that you can find them. Or if you go to the website under new things, it should pop up right there. Finally, for everyone who has sent me a present off my wish list, if you do so through December and let's say the first part of January, you are going to be in the mix for a drawing to get a very special present yourself. So, 'tis the season for giving, right? And I want to be able to give back to you as well. I do hope you're having a fantastic December and January. If you're not, if these holidays are just not really your thing, the good news is we're nearing the end and you'll be hearing a lot more from me on the regular. So don't forget, 2 new sessions coming out. See if you know why I'm particularly excited about this upcoming New Year's. And if you send me a gift off of my wish list through the rest of this month and the beginning of next month, you will be in the drawing to get a gift yourself. Previously, I created and shared with you the Winter Cuddle Session, and I want to revisit that with you as soon as you're able to snuggle up in bed with me. This is a variant of that session from last year. Now in the shop there are a number of altered versions of the original session to give slightly different experiences. So you might recognize this one, and I'll make sure that you can find the rest without too much trouble. This session that's coming up, it also has a bit of new material in it. I want to revisit this session and include a message of, let's just say, optimism for the new year, and a post-hypnotic message that's going to guide you to make those good for you choices when the morning, any morning, arrives. This is the Winter Cuddle Session, spoken by Elswith. No trigger sessions are required before this one, but as always, you may get a bit more out of it if you're aware of some of the word runes that might be nestled into this session. Words like pour and marshmallow. The Winter Cuddle Session is inspired by annual events like Locktober and includes an expectation that you'll remain chaste. And the session ends with suggestions that you take the exciting sensations it provides you into your dreams, where, of course, you're allowed to explore them fully. The nature of this session may lead you to falling asleep. It's encouraged, and it's ideal to listen while tucked up in bed. Let's begin. You're being invited into my bed, and this is definitely not something to worry about. You already know that nothing's going to happen, right? Because of the promise you've made to me, because of the request that I've made of you. So you don't need to have your mind racing, trying to decide how to best play the hand that you've been dealt to earn your own pleasure. All you need are slow, easy thoughts. Simple, mindful, aware thoughts that stay focused on what's actually happening, on what you're actually experiencing. Sounds, scents, and sensations. Leave philosophy or just TV at the door and be with me. Quiet, calm, close. The night is cold. The window has been open, though it's shut now, because it doesn't suit me not being able to curl up next to you under thick blankets. It doesn't suit me to bake in an artificially heated room and wake up to a scratchy throat. So the night is cold, and the room I want to cuddle in, sleep in, with you is still cool and dimly lit with a soft orange light. Like you, the light follows my instruction. It'll turn off when I'm ready, and not a moment sooner. For the sake of your modesty, you can slip under those thick blankets as soon as you're undressed. You can even be sweetly bashful and face the bare, white wall as you disrobe, watching only your own hazy shadow. And don't concern yourself with whether I'm watching. Those thoughts are too big. So think instead of the spreading coolness of the air on your now naked skin. Think about the soft caress of the bed sheets as you rest yourself on the edge. Think about the pillows, about exactly how you like them to be arranged. And then think about how warm you'll feel in just a moment under this duvet. Tonight is just one night of many in a year, and just one of a few between us and a new year. You know that I have unbound optimism for the new year, the new week, the new day. That optimism, it's its own warm pillow, it can cushion one against life's challenges. As we usher in the new year, you're going to embrace the promise of hope and positivity that it brings. But no empty promises. In the tranquil moments before sleep, it's normal to reflect on the possibilities that tomorrow holds. Each day, it's a blank canvas. It's waiting for us to paint it with moments of joy, kindness, and personal growth. But you are mine, and we can do the work, some of the work, of painting your picture right now. So before I wake you up from trance, and before you drift off to a natural sleep, you will still have with you this thought, this idea, that there are a million possibilities for tomorrow, and that you can be eager to see each of them come to fruition. Just as we eagerly slip into bed, anticipating the comfort and other things it provides. All the other reasons that you are my eager guide. Of course, that pillow you're about to lay your head on, it's set just that little bit lower in the bed than mine. Isn't that good? It might have been that you had no reaction to this subtle signifier of subservience at some point in the past. But I've told you how this makes me feel. How I want you to feel. Enough times that it just has to have an effect on you to be below me. Just a little bit below me. Just low enough that if you want your toes to be tucked in, you'll need to keep your knees bent. Just low enough that when I'm behind you, I can easily kiss the top of your head. And in the right moment, that might make you feel small. It might make you feel trapped. It might make you feel stuck or owned or kept. You'll stay facing away from me, and I could pretend it's because you don't know if I'm undressing, that you're being polite. But even those thoughts are too big, right? You're facing away because you know that I've told you I'm going to cuddle up behind you. You've automatically fallen into the perfect position for that. Automatically, because you didn't think about it at all. And isn't that nice? Not having to think. Here's one important rule. Your hands are going to stay up, high up, by your throat. You know exactly how to do this after weeks of good behavior. Oh, you can get comfortable in your own way. So maybe one hand is tucked under your pillow. Or your hands, they might be clasped together in silent prayer. You know what feels right. Tonight, you're getting some extra help being good. You know your hands are to stay high up near your throat. But something tells me that tonight, you need some extra help following the rules. This isn't a punishment. It's insurance and another opportunity to just feel instead of having to think. Feel the smooth texture of the inside of this cuff wrapping around your wrist. The sensation of it being buckled. of my fingers on your skin as I check that it isn't too loose, too tight, just right. And then, once both wrists are restrained, I'll find the end of this short chain from the headboard. With a snap, or maybe a click, you'll be quite stuck. And you'll be quite free from the possibility that your hands will wander where they're not to go, even sleepily, subconsciously. You're so good for me. Are you going to test them? Just a little? Just the most gentle tug. Not like the other nights when you pull against ropes that bind tight and bite into tender skin. Those nights of feeling your muscles fight and strain as orgasm sends electric pulses from your brain to the tips of your toes and back again. Not like those nights at all. Because you're not getting an orgasm, you're getting cuddles. But it's still nice to know you really are bound. So pull down just enough to feel the cuffs resist. I insist. That cozy blanket, it's ready to be pulled up and over you now, slowly. You know exactly how this feels. Know exactly the sensation of warmth and relaxation that comes with it. Your toes, flex and stretch them as they're tucked in, and allow your legs, your ankles, every part that's covered by the duvet to find the perfect position of rest, free of any discomfort or any urge to fidget. As I pull the covers up for you, this sense of relaxation, it'll spread throughout your hips. You can twist and reposition them that one last time. You know the drill. Already the warmth is starting to spread up into your tummy, your chest. You know your hands will stay up high by your throat, but you can still find that perfect, comfortable spot as the familiar sensation of warmth spreads all the way up your body. Calm and comfortable. Perfect. And now you're settled. You can wait. But still, don't think too much. Don't anticipate. Don't listen. Or stare at the other shadow on the wall. Don't imagine what I might be doing in these final moments before I slip into bed behind you, above you. You don't need to imagine. You can just wait to feel. Feel me slip beneath the covers with you. Feel me. Feel me take my position over you, behind you, all around you. It's heavenly. It's what I've been making you wait for. Come along, dear man. Let me embrace you and embrace this closeness that's taken so painfully long to come. As I curl up around you, enjoy the softness of what I'm wearing. You can feel the soft, well-worn cotton covering me from my neck and all the way down to the middle of my thigh. You can feel my bare knees touching somewhere near the back of your legs. And, oh yes, of course you can tell that I've slipped into one of your t-shirts for sleep. It's not one from the drawer. It's probably the one that you hung over the back of the chair, telling yourself it fell somewhere between hamper ready and return to the drawer decency. The back of the chair, it makes for a nice middle ground, and it's easy to borrow from. That's okay. I'll make use of it. I'm happy to borrow it. I bet as I get comfortable with you, as I find my own perfectly relaxed spot, you'll be able to feel the slightly scratchy sensation of the fading graphic print on this shirt. And you'll be able to enjoy a pleasant feeling of nostalgia as you recall the moment in your life that might have brought this shirt into your life, made it one of your favorites. You should also feel a sense of pride pour over you. Be aware of the sound of me, breathing in deeply, taking in the scent of you, of the shirt, of the remaining traces of the fabric softener still lingering on it. You have gifted me some warm, snuggly feelings, just like I've gifted you all the warm, snuggly feelings that you're currently experiencing. What a lucky guy you are. What a lucky mistress I am. If a single word tries to escape your lips in this moment, well, then you'll hear a stern whisper to shush. It can't be important, not more important than this. And if it were, well, then it'll still be there in the morning when the sun is dawning. Nothing's aflame, so it's all the same to me if you hold your tongue. Even let go of the thought. Isn't that a familiar refrain? Don't think, just feel. But I do wonder, what will you take into your dreams with you? You know exactly how I wanted to be with you, how I wanted to be together. You know the sensations I wanted to give you in this moment, have given you. You know the rules I've set, the restrictions I've insisted upon, and you haven't complained once. From this spot, from this position we're in, it's easy to rest my chin on your shoulder, or instead to press my lips on this tiny portion of bare skin, just once or twice or 3 times. Oh, yes, my hand is still on your hip, just so. And from here, it can slide over your belly or along your side. Who knows where it might wander on its little journey. And as it brushes back down your thigh, perhaps a twist of the wrist leaves nails gently grazing your skin, down and down. Don't flinch, dear. It's just the most gentle of touches, just like my fingertips now, against that crease formed between your pelvis and the top of your thigh. You might even whimper in this moment, or you might beg for more. I hope you do both. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. That I know the types of dreams you hope to have tonight, because you know that I'm thrilled at the idea of your sleeping self losing control. You know I don't consider it cheating if you suddenly, spontaneously leak that cum while you're unconscious. You do know that I will tease you without mercy for having a little accident, for making a mess while you dream. I'll be happy if knowing it happened makes you squirm. Do you think it'll be satisfying? Do you think that when you wake up in the middle of the night to a sensation of sticky wetness, that a sense of relief will cascade over you? My hope is that it just makes you hornier, that it makes you whimper and whine like a ruined orgasm can, that your emission brings absolutely no orgasmic sensation, only mounting frustration. I love your desperation. I want to hold you all night. Don't you remember? This time together is all about you feeling what I want you to feel, fully, and not about what you're thinking. You can't be thinking about rolling over. You're only to think about what you feel, and I promise you that you feel comfort. A really particular type of comfort. That same comfort you can feel on a lazy weekend morning. Even if you're an early riser, you've certainly felt it sometime. Maybe only when you're on vacation, like when it's the hottest part of the day, and you know that the sleepy town you're visiting, it won't have a single restaurant open, or anywhere else to explore right now. Or maybe still back home, late in the evening, and set up in front of a half dozen episodes of a good TV show with autoplay. You know best where you're most likely to feel this type of comfortable. Lay in, siesta, box set. All these spots are perfect places to experience the type of comfortable and relaxed that I'm talking about. So do you know the type of comfort I mean? The type where you can't imagine how any motion you could make would result in you being more comfortable. And the type of comfort where gravity feels like it's acting twofold in your body. Like any movement you might make, it would only stand to exhaust you further. Silly boy, don't go thinking that imagining this sensation, this type of comfort, counts as thinking, because I don't want you to think, right? I want you to feel. I want you to feel this type of comfort this type of all-encompassing comfort and relaxation. Everywhere from your toes up through your legs, your hips, and all the way through your body. Good boy. All these feelings, all of these sensations that I've given you are yours to keep. Not just the comfort and relaxation, but all those other sensations of us, close, me touching you. You will take these sensations into your dreams with you. You may also have other feelings along with your overwhelming relaxation, feelings of arousal, and I am giving you permission to take your arousal into dream world with you. When you wake from trance, when you sleep, when you dream, and when you wake, you will be thrilled at the wealth of possibilities that stretch out before you. When your new day, new week, new year begins, you will feel optimistic about these opportunities that life presents you with. As you set goals and expectations, see them not as burdens, but as invitations to grow. With every step forward, let the energy of overcoming challenges propel you closer to your aspirations, creating a path of feeling accomplished, fulfilled. It's not about doing more and more or getting further and further along. It is about living the life that you want. That's the path you're walking on. You may also have other feelings, along with your overwhelming relaxation, your optimism I've given you, and that comes naturally to you. Those other feelings, considering everything, it's no surprise that they're feelings of arousal. I am giving you permission to take your arousal out of this state of trance and into the dream world with you, too. Right now, you don't have permission to play with what's between your legs. Right now, you know I'll keep my promise that I'm not going to allow you that type of physical pleasure, especially that climax that I know you want. It's not the right time yet, is it? But you know that those rules, they don't apply to your dreams. Quite the opposite. In your dreams, you're allowed whatever sensations, allowed whatever experiences that your imagination wants to give you. When you sleep, you have my permission to enjoy whatever fantasies appear to you fully. And you equally have my permission to experience this, our little chastised cuddle session, as you dream. Sleep and dreams are coming to you rapidly now, and to aid you in drifting off, I'm going to count down from 10 to 0. When I reach 0, your conscious mind will know for certain that I'm not giving you any more words to listen to, that your conscious mind can stop listening and can easily let go, so you can drift off to sleep and wake at the appropriate time. feeling happy, feeling loved and wanted and treasured, and feeling ready to take on your day. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.